Here is part 4 of my maze game. As you can see here, you can see some visual changes in my project. This is my first maze. There are 3 of them. This maze is fairly simple. There's a couple enemies in here, a couple health packs, 1 speed boost, and 1 door. The door actually doesn't have to be opened to get to the exit, but it does make it easier to get there. It's the shorter route if you open the door. But it's not required since this level, I figured I should make this level a little easier since it's the first one. I also have some visual cues on the wall, so if the player follows the animals on the wall, they will find the inn. So the first one is here. We've got a zebra on the wall. The player's going to start there, turn around the corner, they see the zebra. If they keep going straight, they'll end up seeing this little caterpillar worm here. And then they go around the corner here, and then they will see the giraffe, which will signal to them that they're almost done, and then right here is where the player will finish and see the victory screen and be able to go to the next level. I've got 2 other ones as well, which I can open here. I won't go into quite as much detail on this one since there's a lot more, but as you can see, it's a little bit more complicated. There's a few more enemies. There's 2 doors in this one, which both doors are required to be opened in order for the player to get to the exit. And as you can see, it's just more complicated. There's still 2 health packs, but there's 3 enemies. So the player's going to have to be a little bit more careful with how they do it. But I didn't make it too challenging, so I did split the level into 2 colors, so at least the player can tell what territory they're in, kind of give themselves an idea. They also can follow some more visual cues on the wall. We've got a block here. I'm kind of going for a toy theme a little bit, so you could see the toy animals, the fabric on the walls. These are toys, children's blocks on the wall that the player can follow to figure out where they're going. And that's the last one, and then you get the victory there. And then finally, we can have the last level here. This one's a little bit more complicated, a few more twists and turns, and I think there's 4 enemies in this one. There are 3 doors, and there are 3 health packs in this one because there's so many enemies that the player can encounter. One of the doors, the red door, cannot be opened until you open the green door. So there's now an order. The player has to open the green door before they can open the red door. And behind the red door is the speed boost. So the player doesn't have to open the red or the green door, but if they do, they will get a speed boost, which can drastically help them beat the level because they're going to have to run away from all these enemies. The last door, this blue door here, does have to be opened to finally reach the end of the level, and the key's a little bit further away, so the player has to run away from all the enemies that are chasing them. So it is a little more difficult. I also have visual cues on the wall. I have these little blocks that have, just letters on them and numbers, and they just follow the blocks and they will find their way to the end if they are, just to help them kind of orient themselves around. I've got a victory condition, and I will show it for the first maze here level. Because this one's easier, so it'll save me some time. Let's see, let's play this real fast. hear some music in the background. Actually, let's make this a little wider, just so you can see the entire screen here. Alrighty, there we go. So the player can run through here. Once they get to the end of the level, we will see the victory screen. There's the zebra on the wall. Keep on going. There's the worm. The giraffe should be around this corner, yes. And then keep on going, and there we go. There's the victory screen, and we've got the sound that plays, obviously. We've got the next level option in the main menu, so we just go to next level if we want. I don't need to show that right now. So we've got that, which is really nice. So I need to show the death animation. So let's go find somebody who will kill me. There are only 2 enemies in this game. This level. Sorry, not the game in total, but the levels. So the player can actually go without them. It just depends on the route they take. In the other levels, I made it impossible to avoid them. So let's just have this enemy kill me. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to move. Alright, punch me, punch me. As you can see, health going down. And we have our game over screen. Restart level or main menu, which is awesome. So, player killed us, or enemy killed us. So, as you can see there, we have a main menu. So, I will just show that real fast here. So, pause. Options. We'll go to the main menu. And as you can see main menu here, we've got some music in the background. Play, load, options, and then quit. We've got plenty of options there for that. You can open them on options menu. So here, let's open that options menu. And you can affect the music volume, the sound effects, and that will be saved if we were to go back in the main menu and play the game. Now, so that's good. You can select levels as well. We have a level selection screen here. So if you just go to load, we've got all of the levels here. You can select 1, 2, 3, which is super nice. And they all work, which is super great. As you can see, we've got a HUD on the player here. They've got, let me open this a little bit so you can see the stun cooldown. But we've got health and a stun cooldown. The stun cooldown goes up, and then once I use it to stun an enemy, it goes back down. We've got sound effects, as you've heard throughout the level. They are controlled by the options menu. There are sounds for being punched, stunning, doors opening, whenever a player clicks and picks up an item. There's a bunch of different sounds throughout my UI and in-game. We can also have ability to save the game. So they save the furthest completed level. So if you complete the first level and die, it saves that for you. So you just go to the second one or the third, whatever you're on, which is super nice. And all of my volume settings save on my options menu, which is really nice. And that is pretty much it for this part. The next part will be the final version where I'll show off all the levels more and everything will be completely bug-free and super nice looking.